Some of the myths I would begin with is that we need to be on the defensive of our age. That's from the folks looking for opportunities. Whereas when I work with people I coach, we need to be on the offensive. Even though those statistics are dismal, I got goosebumps when you were describing it. I think we should absolutely take unfair advantage of our age. And I think it's normal for folks to be defensive about it, given that. But the myth is that we need to be reacting versus being proactive. And when I'm working with executives, there's some basic things they need to consider. And it goes beyond just tips and techniques for the resume. It begins far before that. I think as one prepares to go out and there's a concern about ageism, and it's flagrant and often subtle, I'd step back and challenge, and I challenge the folks I work with, they ask themselves three basic questions. First of all, why are you looking for your next professional opportunity? Is it because you need to, from a financial standpoint, or is it because you want to? The answer to that question is going to direct, the types of industries and opportunities you're going to pursue and those you're not going to pursue. The second question I would ask is, what's unique and important about you? What's the value you bring? And I would argue that when you get more along in your career, you develop this thing, if you work well and you've had successes and you've blown up some things as well, this thing called judgment. And judgment is the idea that you could anticipate what's going to happen if you go left, right, or straight. And the right opportunity, we'll get into more detail, would value judgment. And the third question to ask yourself, what am I passionate about? What do I want to look for in my next opportunity? And if you've been in the workforce for a while, there's this tendency to want to put up with less noise in the system. And there are things that you really are passionate about. And I could think of one executive I was working with recently who had built, he said, a lot of ugly oil refineries, nothing against oil refineries, but in his career, he's now ready to build some self-sustaining green type, something he'd be proud of that helps the environment. So I think those are the questions that one would lead with as they start their search. Why am I working? Really, what is my special value? And third, what do I really aspire to do in my next position? That will provide the direction.